Welcome to This Week in Nerf, your source for first-party, third-party, and community Nerf news. I'm not Jangular. It has been a full year since we started doing This Week in Nerf, and wow, I've gotten better at it. We both have. I used to have to script every single thing I said, word for it to come out at all, and now here I am talking at the camera semi-coherently. Michelle has been doing a phenomenal job streamlining her editing flow. What used to take us all day, we've cut down to about 3 hours, so that is incredible. Our camera used to overheat and give weird artifacts because of it, and so we had to film everything twice. That's been solved since Luke was kind enough to give us this wonderful microphone, upping our audio quality, making everything else better. Michelle's been working on lights and automating things, so boom, turning on the lights is even easier now. You do something for a year, it gets better. And next week we're starting season 2 of This Week in Nerf. And Jangular, I know you're watching, it's still yours if you want it back, but I know you've said something capable hands, so.
I will now leave you in their capable hands. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'm Jangular, and they'll see you next time.
Looks like it's ours now. And since it's ours, we're going to make a couple of changes to filming that should boost our production quality. We've got new camera stuff coming in, very, very exciting. And we're also going to be moving the posting of the video to Monday, 9 a.m. Pacific. Turns out filming on Saturday nights is kind of hard when you want to participate in after Nerf War activities. We're also going to be scrapping video of the week. I know that's a little sad for some of you, but it's both because of the video analytics. It's a huge drop right at video of the week, and also time management. Finding a worthy video takes longer than finding everything else that I talk about. So, sorry. And in addition to all of those changes, if you don't like my face or my voice or generally consuming news via video format, Lonix and Coratal Desalia are so kindly helping us to edit a This Week in Nerf digest, a written form of the news that will be posted on Mondays at 4 p.m. Pacific, so you can consume that way. Hopefully it'll have comics by Taffy and some others, and we're going to be collecting stories for both the video form of This Week in Nerf and the blog form through the History of Nerf Modders Discord channel. There's a Nerf news chat if you want to help us contribute, and I would very much appreciate anyone's submissions to the news. Searching through all that media can be tough. And we're also hoping to have multiple Mod of the Week mentions on the weekly digest, because there's always so many cool mods every week, and I don't get to properly recognize them all. I would like to do that very much. You're all great. We should do news now. I've been excited for the Roundhouse for the past 4 months, ever since this image was leaked. And now, finally, it's available at retail in Taiwan. Hopefully that means it'll be available worldwide in January. That seems to be the release date of a lot of blasters, so I'm crossing my fingers it lines up with that. Essentially, the Rival Roundhouse is a 15-round Rival Maverick. It's got 5 tubes that each hold 3 rounds each, so that's pretty decent capacity for a pistol. It's super cool. There's a slide to open all of the doors to access the tubes, and the slide's similar to the things they've been doing on the Artemis and on the Charger. And you can get in each tube individually with that. And there's a rotating mech on the front, just like in the Artemis, where it brings the balls up to the top barrel area to be able to shoot them all out. And my favorite feature of this blaster is this clear door that it has, clear window that it has, so you can see exactly how many balls are left. It empties 1 tube at a time, like the Artemis, so just by what balls you can see, you can tell how many you have left, and that is an awesome feature. I'm so happy that Hasbro decided to include that. My hat is off to you. I just can't wait to get one. It looks amazing. It's aware of the past with the iconic Maverick form and just moving into the future with the superior Rival line. So good. Nerf Taiwan also has a bunch of blasters from a new Avengers line of blasters called Power Moves. And while these aren't super anticipated, I think they're cool, so I'm gonna talk about them. This first one is Thor Hammer Strike, and I mentioned this one in a previous episode, and I guessed that you push the trigger on the handle to fire, but no, you have to hold the trigger down and swing the hammer to fire. Power moves. It all makes sense now. And that's just a super fun mechanic. I am a little disappointed in Hasbro though. The two ends of the hammer are kind of hard but still foam, so on the edge of being okay, but the entire rest of the blaster is entirely hard plastic, and you're swinging a hammer around. You're gonna want to hit your friends, and you won't keep your friends if you hit them with hard plastic. So, Hasbro, how do you expect little kids to make friends? They can't, not with this. Next, there's the Captain America Shield Sling, and it's essentially a slingshot of a shield. The power move for this one is punching. So when you punch forward, the sling goes whoop, and it flings a shield frisbee. I don't know how far it goes, and I'm hoping that the frisbee is soft. It's hard to tell from photos, so I'm really hoping that their box will be the open kind where you can feel what's inside and see if it's actually something that's okay to hit people with. That would, tell me if it's actually going to be allowed at different wars or not. And there's also the Black Panther blaster, the Panther Swipe, and I think this one's probably my favorite of all of them. It shoots 2 darts out of the knuckles, and it's another whoosh one. You gotta swipe. It's just such a cool mechanic. The only thing I worry about is with all of these, there's a lot of motion involved in firing them instead of just pew pew. So I worry that, let's say someone's running up really close and I'm trying to shoot them before they're able to tag me, and then boom, I get them in the face, and I don't want to do that, and I hope that nobody does that. So I don't know if I would take any of these to a war, but they look like a lot of fun to shoot around the house. Orange ModWorks listened to some of our community feedback about their new Cybertech line and decided to step back and make a major design change. And for those who don't remember, the Cybertech line from Orange ModWorks are a couple of electric spring-powered blasters with smart darts and ammo counters, and there's going to be a whole line of hit-detecting vests and accessories, and it's just a really cool system with one fatal flaw. The darts were going to be 31 millimeters, which is 5 millimeters shorter than our standard half-length dart. But they heard the outcry and they stepped all the way back to the design phase to allow for the standard 36 millimeter darts. And this change will make their darts and their mags compatible with other darts and mags, and that's awesome. The original length was chosen to keep the blaster a lot sleeker because you remember the mags go up through the handles, so you need to be able to hold it comfortably. It was also supposed to be able to help it utilize smaller gears and motors, so I really applaud them for being willing to listen and take a step back and make a change that will assuredly make their blasters more appealing to the greater community. And it is still important to keep in mind that their mags are still proprietary. They're angled, of course, they're not going to fit in just any blaster. But they did show their projected add-on costs for their Kickstarter, and they seem to be of totally reasonable price. So if you need to stock up on mags, I don't see a problem with that money-wise. And now it's time for Mod of the Week. This week's submission is this Magnum Super Drum from Mr. Monkrat. And sometimes you just gotta take a step back and be simple and clean and go, well, just nice paint, nice lines, it's clean, it looks good. What more do you need? You don't need to get too fancy with it. It's just a beautiful blaster. So thank you very much for sharing that with us, Mr. Monkrat. This week's video of the week comes from Asteria ACS, who shared their mixed reality blaster game from Taiwan. It uses vests with hit detection to track multiple lives and different abilities that you can gain from the app, and the HUD you're seeing on screen here is what you would see on your AR glasses. All kinds of stats and stuff like you're playing a real-life video game. And it's just so cool how techy our hobby has gotten, and how multiple people are working on this type of system, and just seeing all the different ideas that people have, and they're all going to have different kinds of problems that they have to overcome in different ways. And I am so looking forward to seeing more development on this project and on others, and I'm keeping my eyes open for their Kickstarters that are coming late next year. And that's all for this week. I have 60 seconds left on the clock before this card gets full. So I gotta do the outro real quick. I forgot what I was going to say. Next week is Monday, 9 a.m. Pacific. That's gonna be weird for me to start saying from now on. I feel like I've just gotten used to the other one. Whew. Thank you so much for watching. All of your support is so greatly appreciated. You're all just lovely people. Like, subscribe, all of the links to all the things I talked about are in the video description, and I hope you all have a lovely, lovely new year. Oh, and now my tablet's dead. Good night, everybody. Good morning. Hello. Time zones. Wow, it has been a full year since we've been starting to... I've gotten better at it. 3 tubes, five tubes. Lonix and Coralia Desalia. Did I? Nope. Coratal. And in addition to those changes, we're also going to... We're gonna fart. I don't know why this is so much harder than doing the news.